Okay, here we go. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Teresa McGallicher, and I'm the co-creator of the Miracles Attraction community, along with my partner, Carly Judd Hardy. And I sent out a newsletter this morning talking about getting unstuck. So, if you feel stuck in your life and you feel like the same problems keep happening over and over again, or the same patterns of behavior keep coming up, or the same people keep coming in and out of your life, this is for you. Want to tell you that you create your life with your thoughts. And if you believe your thoughts, that's where you're stuck. So I believed my thoughts for 30 years. I used to just feel bandied about in the world by upsets, by sadness, by insults, by any kind of sort of negative feeling. It would throw me for a loop, and it would be up and then it would be down, and life was just a terrifying roller coaster ride. It was supposed to be fun, but a lot of times it wasn't fun, and it was a struggle, honestly. And I thought that was perfectly normal. And I think most of us believe that that is a perfectly normal life because everybody that we know lives that way, right? I mean, there's very few people that we know who are sort of walking around on cloud nine all the time, just happy and peaceful and blissful. But Carly and I have figured out a way to get off that crazy roller coaster ride. And now we're still in the amusement park, but instead of having all those ups and downs, and being buffeted about by life, we're on that floating log ride that goes around in a circle, and it's relaxing. So the way to get unstuck from these repeating patterns, repeating thoughts, repeating upsets, is to give yourself some distance from your thoughts. Step away from your thoughts. Don't take them so seriously. They are not who you are. Most of us think that our thoughts are part of our identity and that they show us, that if we didn't take our thoughts seriously, we would have no identity. And that's true in a way, but it's not a bad thing. Because that identity of a person who's always struggling and always suffering and always feeling upsets is not the identity that you or I want. It's just not a good way to go through life, and it's unnecessary. So my mission in life is to let you know, and everyone know, that suffering is entirely unnecessary, entirely optional. If you're suffering, if you're struggling, it's because you are buying into a belief system that you've been taught by society, taught by your church, taught by your family, taught by everybody that you know, that your thoughts are reality. Your thoughts are not reality. They come and they go. They're ephemeral. They're not who you are. And if they were who you were, you wouldn't say my thoughts or your thoughts. That shows that there's something we own. And something you own is something you can disown. Right? So your thoughts are not who you are, and you don't have to believe them, and you don't have to take them seriously. But how to get some distance from them? That's the tricky thing. Because when you're in the habit of just believing your thoughts morning, noon, and night, it can seem really difficult to suddenly take a step back from your thoughts and say, no, I'm just going to look at you, but I'm not going to engage with you. How do we do this? So this is why A Course in Miracles is such a brilliant teaching, because it's a spiritual practice with actual lessons that we can repeat that will lead us to that place of distance from our thoughts. And we need to be true to ourselves. Socrates said, know thyself, and that goes way back. And Shakespeare said, to thine own self be true. And we need to figure out who our own self is, who our true self is. And if it's not our thoughts, what is it? And how can we figure it out? So, A Course in Miracles helps us to do that. There are many spiritual practices that can help you do that. It's certainly not the only one. It's simply the one that resonated with me, and that's why Carly and I are here sharing the message that we got from it and sharing the practices. And we have created a webinar for you to give you more insight and more practical application instead of being just another book that you read, showing you how you can implement this practice in your life. You are not meant to be struggling and suffering, but you are because you don't belong here. This is not our home. We are like fish out of water here. And if you take a fish out of water, you can give it everything that the world has to offer. You can give it money. You can give it a nice house. You can give it a bicycle. You can give it a job. But that fish is never going to feel at ease or at peace or relaxed and happy until you put it back in the water. And it's the same thing for us here on this planet Earth. We are in a place that is not our true home and is not where we are meant to be, and we have to learn how to survive here. And what we do is we go after all these external things thinking that will finally ease the discomfort that I feel if I could just meet the right guy, or if I could just get the right job, or if I could just get the beautiful house, or whatever. If I could just get rid of this illness, then I would finally be able to relax. I would finally be at peace. I would finally end the struggle. But no, it doesn't work that way. And the reason is, one problem goes away, another one just pops up, and it never ends. It's always something. It's just one thing after another here. So in order to know who we really are and where we really belong, we need to step away from the mind, the manic mind, ego mind, monkey mind thought system, and realize that we can't depend on it. It's not going to solve our problems for us, and it really has nothing to offer. It's just in a loop all the time. You have the same repeating thoughts all the time. They don't benefit you. It's just a computer program that's running in your brain. And when we are able to step away from those thoughts, we can find peace. And then we can look at the thoughts, and then we can choose. That's a good thought. I'll keep that one. It's nice. It makes me happy. That thought's not so good. I'm not going to fool around with that one. No siree. I'm not going to take it seriously. So, I want to give you a special offer. If you're interested in our webinar, this offer is only available until Tuesday night. And it is a promo code, a discount code that you can plug in on Vimeo to give you 50% off our webinar, which is 4 parts. It includes information on solving problems with spiritual principles by shifting your energy, by changing your perception, and showing you how to make decisions with confidence and escape from the worry trap. And that promo code is only available to you guys who are members of our Miracles Attraction community here on Facebook and participated in our challenge last week. And the code word is challenge. So if you go to the link that I will post for our webinar on Vimeo and scroll past all the payment information, put in the word challenge under promo code, it will deduct 50% off of the price of the webinar, but just until Wednesday, then it goes back to full price. I really love seeing all you guys on here. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know if you have any questions or other topics that you want us to cover in the future. And it's been my pleasure. See you next time.